I have two Lincoln Town cars driving around San Francisco. When somebody wants to ride in one of them, they hit a few buttons on my app. Minutes later, they're picked up. Obviously, I'm talking about Uber. Back when they only had two cars driving around San Francisco, Uber was valued at $5 million. Jason had the connection. He had the network. That's why he was invited to be one of Uber's first angel investors.
A while back, when news started to break that Uber was going public, the valuation being tossed around for IPO day was $80 billion.
It's so rare to get a chance to invest in a startup that goes from being worth $5 million to $80 billion. That's 1,599,900%.
That's why it's all about deal flow, deal flow, deal flow.
And deal flow.
You know, we're at this amazing moment in time. The walls have finally come down. You don't have to be rich or famous or powerful to become an angel investor. But I'll tell you, it doesn't matter if Congress opened the doors for everyone. With the hottest startups, the next Uber or Bird scooters, you still need someone to open another door. So those founders invite you to invest.
We're here today because we want to help open those doors for as many people as possible. Because angel investing presents the best opportunity for someone to transform a small amount of money into potentially millions upon millions of dollars.
With that, we have a major announcement to make. Today, we are officially launching the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network. This is a first-of-its-kind venture, and it's going to be big.
Yes, it will. We've created something that's going to unite our members with some of the most successful angel investors on the planet. Folks like myself, we have the expertise. Most important, we have what we just talked about. Deal flow. We arrange for the founders of the most coveted startups, the ones with unicorn potential. They're going to pitch their angel deals right to our members.
Putting myself in the shoes of somebody watching this at home, I'm intrigued, but I still have a lot of questions. The first of which being, I joined the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network. What happens?
Great news. You've just become a founding member. Every month, our team is vetting hundreds of angel deals. 99% of them we throw away immediately. They failed the 1000X formula. And that's the point. From those that do make the cut, every month, we're going to select two startups and showcase them. For each, you're going to receive what's called a due diligence package.
So a due diligence package sounds fancy and official because it is. Founders place their most sensitive information in them. You'll see their pitch deck. That's their official investor presentation. You'll also see documents revealing their business plan, their projections, any proprietary technology they're developing, every deal they have in the works. It's all in there. I take a magnifying glass to every detail in a due diligence package. You're playing the role of detective. Could this be the next billion or multi-billion dollar startup? You're looking for clues, a trail of evidence to follow that gets you to a yes or a no.
We're going to help you with that. For every startup, we're adding our angel investor action plan to the mix. We're going to give you our independent analysis and research on that startup. I'm also going to film a deep dive video. I'll go through the deal, assess all the risks, and explain what I like and dislike. I'll discuss whether it's a startup that could go IPO, get acquired, or eventually kick out enormous dividends to its early investors. If you decide you want in on that angel deal, you'll receive step-by-step instructions. It's very easy.
And we have a pretty big surprise, too. We've already selected two startups to showcase.
We most certainly have.
Two potential unicorns?
Mike, you don't become an angel investor to find deals that can make you 10, 50, or 100%. You can take your chances with the stock market for that. You should only be seeking deals that could pay you 1000X or more. That way, if they deliver only half or 1/10, heck, even 100th of that, you're still going to make a lot of money. Take Remitly. It had 1000X potential. I transformed my $25,000 investment into a $425,000 payday. I just had another deal pay me $8.5 million. Neither were 1000X return, but I'm still really happy on how things played out. And I've got another deal that's up 8,200%. I'm really happy about the idea of making 8 figures on that too.
So each of these startups we're showcasing today could pay out 1000X return?
What's great is we're giving members the information and research they need to answer that for themselves. But to answer your question, yes, in my opinion, they do.
Mike, there's another major difference between investing in a startup versus a publicly traded company. Time is on your side with Angel Deals. The terms are already set. That startup has a valuation that isn't subject to the whims of the stock market. This gives you the luxury of time.
We're going to take advantage of it. We built this incredibly robust members-only website. It's our virtual boardroom. Once you get the details on a startup, you can spend the next week participating in a series of debates with the members about it. Does this startup have what it takes to become the next unicorn? Debate that. Discuss it with each other. Let's pretend it's 2015 and you have the opportunity to invest in Desktop Metal. It's a startup that wants to become the leader in 3D printing technology. You've gone through all the information in the due diligence package. The pitch deck looks incredible, but there's a catch. The founders place a hefty price tag on the startup, a little over $32 million.
So if I was thinking about investing $50 or $500 or $5,000, I better make sure this startup has the potential to become worth billions.
Every Angel Deal, no matter how much you like it at first, you must pick it apart and punch holes in it. If you can do all of that and still come away excited, you may have a winner on your hands.
With Desktop Metal, you would have. In under 2 years, that company went from roughly $32 million valuation to over $1 billion. Then it kept going, hitting over $1.4 billion. It soared 4,474%.
Time to pop the champagne on that.
Exactly. And we want you to have that opportunity to do just that. So 1 week after you received all the information on a startup, we're going to put the founders through a hot seat session. This is a live video chat. You can submit your questions in advance, and the founders are going to answer the most popular ones.
You're looking for those personality traits you can't quantify on a spreadsheet. I look for people with great purpose. Starting a business, it's hard. There's going to be a lot of pain. These founders are going to get knocked down. The question is, do they have what it takes to get back up?
That's the purpose of each hot seat session. And when it's finished, we release our hot seat briefing. It's a summary of all the questions and answers. The goal is to arm you with so much information, you'll be able to make a smart decision on whether or not you want to invest.
Yes, and once you invest, it can be a pretty wild ride as a startup goes from an early stage company to hopefully a billion-dollar unicorn. Now, talk about how we're going to keep members updated on every development. After all, startups are notoriously secretive.
For good reason. They have to keep what they're working on under wraps, so competitors don't try to rip them off.
Which is why normally founders don't offer smaller angels investor updates. By smaller angels, I'm talking about people who invest less than $50,000. That's not happening with us. It doesn't matter if you invest $50 or $50,000 or you don't invest at all. You'll receive investor updates for every startup we showcase.
Now, explain investor updates.
They're like progress reports. Founders prepare them every month or quarter. They document where they stand with revenue, new deals they've inked. They're transparent about any setbacks they've experienced because even the best startups face challenges along the way.
Here's a little secret about these updates. Sometimes you can use them to get free shares in a startup. It's kind of standard for founders to ask for advice on their advertising or hiring, or if you can introduce them to a potential client. If you can really help them, they may give you free shares. I couldn't even tell you the value of the free shares I've received over the years.
Over $1 million worth?
Easily.
Not a bad perk.
These investor updates are so important. I'm going to cover them in our virtual boardroom meetings every month. I'm also going to talk about them in our Momentum Report. It's a streamlined briefing that sums up major developments with these startups. We've also built a deal flow tracker. When a startup announces a new valuation, we'll automatically update it. Every quarter, we also prepare the State of Angel Investing Report. It's got the major statistics and trends in it.
And what are the hottest trends in angel investing?
A lot of excitement around AI, artificial intelligence.
Machine learning.
Machine learning is huge. Also, big growth with smart home technology.
Anything in cloud computing immediately catches my eye.
That's a hot ticket too.
Now, initially, most of the deal flow will come from these startups that you're showcasing. But we've also created private forums where members can share deals that they've found with each other.
We're expecting a lot of entrepreneurs to join the ranks as well. We have a Founders Corner for them, where they can talk about their businesses. Maybe the idea for the next unicorn is hatched there. That could even mean more deal flow for our members. We also want our angels and entrepreneurs networking in the real world. They can push a couple of buttons and launch their own local chapter in their own town or city. We've made it easy to organize meetups at restaurants, bars, or any other spot.
The network effect is very real. The more people in your network, the more connections you have, the more opportunities you'll be presented with.
The more you'll learn too.
Without a doubt. I'm going to drop a big name. A long time ago, I met Oprah Winfrey. I was like, oh my God, it's Oprah. Whenever I meet somebody that's successful at something, and not just celebrities, I always ask them, can you give me a piece of advice? Oprah said, great leaders and people who achieve greatness are great learners. If you want to get somewhere quickly, go with someone who's already been there.
I love angel investing because I can continually learn from some of the brightest minds, and that makes me a better person. So every month, I'm hosting an angel investor masterclass with one of those legends. They're going to tell you their secrets. They may even share a deal that you can participate in.
That means more deal flow.
And the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network is all about deal flow. We created this for everybody. Even if you've never invested in a startup before, you can now join forces with the legendary angels and the legendary entrepreneurs. We're bringing everybody together. And you're going to receive this incredible welcome package. It includes our Angel Investors Bootcamp. It's a video series, like a 101 course. There's also an Angel Investors cheat sheet. It's a set of questions every founder needs to answer before you invest in them. We're tossing in a deal flow notebook as well, perfect for writing down any thoughts you have during those hot seat sessions.
Don't forget the entrepreneurs. We have a copy of my book, Hustle for them.
And that's a New York Times bestseller. So let's get down to business. We're officially launching the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network. And these are founders memberships, which means they are special. Down the road, the retail price to subscribe is going to be $5.99 a year. Not for our founding members, though. Their discount, 50, 60, 70, 80% off. It's better than all of that.
We don't want this to be so expensive, only the wealthy can join it. If they like, members can take their savings and put it into their first angel deals.
You can click the button below to see our special founders membership rate.
Before they do, Mike, we have one more surprise. Every year, we're hosting our Angels and Entrepreneurs Retreat. Miami, San Diego, Grand Cayman Islands. It'll always be somewhere sunny. Members can network with each other. We'll have founders come in and pitch their startups. Everyone in one place.
It's really just an excuse to throw a big party, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There will be cocktail parties with champagne toast, incredible food, probably a lot of golf, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Robert, I'd like to present you with a founder's membership card to the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network.
Amazing. Thank you.
Any last thoughts before we go?
Just a few. No matter who you are, there's some point in your life when you arrive at a crossroads. Go right, that's the unknown path. But it may make your life a lot better. Go left, that's the safe route. You've been down that road many times. And your first instinct is to take the safer route. That's just human nature. Angel investing can be this new adventure. There will be risks along the way, no doubt, but you have the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to see success. If you take that first step on this path, it can change your life.
Robert, thank you for being here today.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
And Neil, I have your founder's card too.
I'll carry it with me everywhere. And I'd like to add to what Robert said. I came from extremely humble beginnings to where I am now, and I owe so much of my success to angel investing. Sure, I've done quite well. I can afford the finer things in life, and I'm grateful for that. But what angel investing has really given me is freedom and control. I never forgot how hard my mom and dad worked. All those late hours just so my sister and I had clothes on our backs. When I made it, I said, you guys are now retired. You don't have to worry about a thing. Giving my parents financial freedom, that's what matters to me. My wife and I even launched our own foundation where we're funding education and nutrition programs in developing countries. Angel investing has made all of that possible. It's been life-changing, and I want our members to experience that for themselves.
Neil, what a great way to end this summit. Thank you very much.
I'm ready to go to work.
And I have your founder's membership card here too. To claim your spot in the Angels and Entrepreneurs Network, click the button below. It'll take you to a brief subscription form. fill it out, and you'll be rushed 2 due diligence packages for 2 startups. Each has billion-dollar potential. And you can follow our simple instructions to invest in both of them. It's extremely easy. And remember, both startups have passed our 1000x formula, so they both have the potential to pay you a 1000x return. Click the button below, and we'll tell you more about them. And that's just the beginning. Every month, you'll receive the details on 2 new startups. That means 2 more opportunities every month where you can collect a life-changing windfall. In addition, many of the legends of angel investing in Silicon Valley will also be helping you build your deal flow. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. So let's not waste another moment. For Robert Herjavec and Neil Patel, I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Ward. Have a great day.